We gathered from across the globe to share our stories and discuss how, through actions in kitchens, classrooms and communities, chefs can contribute to the United Nations global goals.
Together we stand for ingredients grown with respect for the earth and its oceans, protection of biodiversity and improved animal welfare, investment in sustainable agriculture and farmer livelihoods, no food loss or waste, celebration of local seasonal food, a focus on plant-based ingredients, education on food safety, healthy diets and nutritious cooking, and nutritious food that is accessible and affordable for all.
We the chefs
are working together
to create a better food future.
Hello, my name is Pierre Thiam. I'm a chef, cookbook author, and social entrepreneur. I'm the co-founder of Yolele Foods, an African food company, and of Thiam restaurant in New York City. Today we are making a Fonio and Mango Salad. Fonio is an ancient grain that's been around for 5,000 years, and that's great for the environment. Today I will tell you about the work Yolele Foods is doing with smallholder farmers in the West African region called the Sahel. Hello, now we are getting ready to cook our Fonio and Mango Salad. So Fonio's Mango Salad has lots of mint, mango of course, cucumber, red onions, and cashew nuts for texture. Fonio cooks in 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes. Of Yolele Fonio, you just have boiling water for 1 cup of Fonio, 2 cups of water, or a little less if you don't want your Fonio to be too wet. And then you let it cool. So I'll show you how we do it. My water is boiling here and I'm going to add the cooking pot. So right here my water is boiling and I'm going to add my Fonio. You can add some olive oil if you want, it's optional. I'm skipping it because I'll have it in my salad. So I'll just add the Fonio and give it a stir, cover it, and in 5 minutes the Fonio will be ready. So I'm just going to stir it slowly, lower my heat to very, very low, and keep it covered. And while my Fonio is cooking, I'm going to tell you more about Fonio and about what Yolele Foods is doing with smallholder farmers in West Africa. Fonio is a gluten-free, low glycemic, and high in amino acids ancient grain that's grown by small family farmers in West Africa. It has a delicate texture and features in many iconic African dishes. It can be a wonderful grain alternative in any of your favorite recipes. The challenge with Fonio is the processing. It has tiny seeds, each covered in an inedible husk, so it's really hard to turn the crop into food. It takes about 1 hour of manual labor to barely process 1 kilo of Fonio. But farmers keep on growing Fonio generation after generation. Why? Because it's reliable even in the face of drought. West African farmers know that no matter what happens with the weather in any given year, even when other crops fail, the Fonio harvest will come in, and it will come in early. Because Fonio matures more quickly than other crops, Fonio prevents starvation. It's ready to eat when the last year's harvest has been depleted. As a chef, I see an ingredient like Fonio and I see opportunity. Opportunity to share my heritage with a global audience, and opportunity to help farmers like my grandparents earn a living from the sustainable small-scale agricultural practices that supports 80% of the sub-Saharan African people. Fonio is mainly considered a women's crop because its principal function on a farm is to provide sustenance for the family. These are some of the hardest working women in the world, but they are severely opportunity deprived. Turning Fonio into a commercial crop provides a chance for these women to earn good money, which they can put to good use in their communities. Okay, it's been 5 minutes now and my Fonio is ready. I'm going to get a closer look here, and you can see that all the water has evaporated, and I'm just going to fluff the Fonio. And you see it's perfectly separating, the grains are perfectly cooked. Okay, well now my Fonio is cooled down. I've cooked it already And I'm going to assemble it with all the ingredients. I have here my cucumber, my tomatoes, mangoes of course chopped up. I have some red onions, I have parsley and mint all chopped up, and a little bit of cashews. So I'll start with adding these raw ingredients, not the greens. The greens I add them last when I'm ready to serve. So I add my mangoes first, and my tomatoes, and my cucumber, and my red onions, and a little bit of cashew. And now I'm going to pour my dressing over it. All the dressing is very simple. That's lemon juice, olive oil, a little bit of garlic, salt and pepper. And then I'll just fold it inside, fold it together. And you taste it as you go, just to see if you have the right enough seasoning. I think I'll add a little more salt to it. There we go. I keep folding it. And right before serving, I'll add lots of herbs that bring some freshness and herbaceousness, and that gives you a perfect summer salad. It's like right here, we are in June, hitting July. It's the perfect time to eat fresh salad, and the great thing about Fonio is very versatile. I'm so in love with this African underutilized product that we need to focus on growing. I can't wait to return to Senegal. Last time I was there was in November, but I'm planning to return as soon as this pandemic allows us to travel again, and go and work on just working and strengthening this supply chain of products like Fonio that are so good for the environment and great for us and absolutely needed for the farmers, for our security, food security, definitely in the Sahel region of Africa, West Africa, and for the farmers who deserve to make a decent living with their products. Hello, I'm Chef Pierre Thiam. Thank you for joining me in the kitchen today to learn more about Fonio. As a Senegalese chef based in New York, I always wanted to share the beautiful flavors of the food of my origins. I found out that the best way to do it was to showcase our wonderful ingredients. A few years ago, I started a company called Yolele. Our mission is to bring economic prosperity to rural Africa by introducing our underutilized crops to a global market. We wanted to properly brand those products to make them sexy, so that they can compete with other more established brands on the shelves of supermarkets. We started with an ancient grain called Fonio. In 2017, we launched our first plain Fonio in one Whole Food market in Harlem, New York City. Today, 3 years later, our brand is distributed all over the United States, and we have launched 5 pilafs inspired by the African culinary traditions, all using underutilized African food products. The truth is that what we did with Fonio can serve as a model of development for other African products, and it can be duplicated to feed our African cities. There are hundreds of underutilized crops that are grown by our African farmers. They are nutritious and great for the environment. Today, Africa has 60% of the world's arable land, enough to feed ourselves and the world. We can easily feed our cities with our own nutritious crops by supporting our small family farmers. In doing so, we will also support the biodiversity of our planet and help mitigate climate change. Thank you.